Happy Monday, everybody. This is Conrad Jacobels from Park City Television's The Scoreboard with a web-only interview for you today. The 2021 FIS Freestyle Ski Moguls and Aerials World Championships are being held in Kazakhstan today, March 8th through March 11th. Our very own Ryan Kostecka interviewed Nick Page from the U.S. Moguls team talking about going to Kazakhstan and competing in the World Championships. Here's the interview for you right now.
Hi, this is Ryan Kostecka, and welcome back to The Scoreboard. Today we have with us Nick Page, U.S. Moguls freestyle skier with the U.S. national team. Nick, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks, Ryan. Happy to be on.
So let's just get right into it. Kazakhstan, March 8th through 11th, the U.S. Freestyle World Championships. Are you ready? What's your expectations?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm ready. We had a great training camp these last few weeks in Deer Valley, and get on a plane tomorrow and go have some fun.
Are there any nerves at all? I mean, the World Championships, it's a big deal. Any nerves at all?
Yeah, there are some nerves, but they're all in a good way. It's just coming from a great spot. We've prepped as a whole team really, really well. So we can kind of just go over and have a great goal to go and accomplish what we want.
Okay, so, let's take it back a little bit. Obviously, you compete at the Deer Valley. Talk about that. Obviously, there was no crowd, but still, it's your home course. You and I had talked last year about what that event meant to you. I'm really curious. What was it like without the fans, and how do you think something like that is helping you prepare for the World Championships upcoming?
Yeah, it was definitely a good test for me, especially because I had my success through December getting my first World Cup podium, and then fast forward, 2 months to Deer Valley, I kind of had a weird event. Didn't ski really the way I wanted to. Had a big crash in duels. So for me, mentally, it was a great kind of reset to kind of get me back on track coming into this. But speaking on Deer Valley and having, no fans, it was definitely different. But still, Deer Valley holds a great event, and we're just happy to be skiing right now.
So, let's talk about that. Obviously, you got your first podium in December, and then you did crash, like you just said, at Deer Valley. Going into the World Championship, which one's on your mind, most, I guess? Are you taking the lessons you learned from maybe what happened in Deer Valley, or are you just really focused on maybe, the same performance you had in December?
Yeah, that's a great question. And honestly, the answer is kind of not either both of them. It's kind of putting both events behind me and just going out to perform for what's in front of me. Which, obviously take the lessons we learned from December and from Deer Valley, but going forward to kind of get into this new event, new territory.
So are there any nerves going into the World Championship? I know it's Kazakhstan, it's a long journey for you guys. Are there any nerves from your end? And then kind of what's the overall feel of the team? Are you guys excited to really go over there and make your mark?
Yeah, absolutely. We're excited as a whole team because, one, we're just so excited to get to compete right now, more than anything. But then also the World Championships, it'll be my first one, my World Champs debut. But it'll be a great kind of test run into what we'll be feeling like next winter during the Olympics in Beijing.
Yeah, so that was kind of like my next question. Obviously, the World Championship, it's kind of a prelude to the Olympics in Beijing. Is that how you kind of view this? Obviously, you want to do well, you want to perform, you want to win, but is this more of a prelude to what to possibly expect in the Olympics?
Yeah, absolutely. We, the World Championships has the same criteria for us, so it's as the Olympics. So it's kind of an Olympics that, without the name attached to it. The criteria is the same, and, we ski against the same people we'll be skiing against in February. So really, it's kind of a nice warm-up. And for me personally, with so many new experiences, it's all just kind of taking one lesson at a time and figuring out what this new this new level has to bring.
So I guess, something I got to ask you, obviously Park City kid, local kid, came up through the Wasatch Freestyle Academy, possibly going to medal, podium at the World Championships, then the Olympics. Has that hit you at all, just knowing how big of it is, how you're competing on the world's biggest stage?
Yeah, that's a great point, because it really kind of hasn't, I don't think it's totally set in yet. Even from my rookie season last year, there's so many new things just coming at me from all different angles. And I think after this season kind of settles down, it'll start to really settle in like, yeah, the season was great. I got just kind of more consistent results, got my first podium, and then got my first World Champs under my belt. So I think all of that will just kind of line up into a great year next year.
So is this, the trajectory that you were actually hoping for, when you first started competing? Are you kind of on pace? I know you, you kind of a planned out guy, you had goals set out. Are you on track for everything you want to accomplish?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I remember a long time ago, I'd sat down with Brian Wilson, had lunch, and we were talking about, there was a slight possibility if I just like lit the fire and turned into, the best skier I ever was, like the season going into the last Olympics, it could have happened. I could have made it. It could have been there, but it really wasn't in the question at the time. So really the prep came out to this Olympics we're going into now and moving all towards this. And I think I've kind of been on the right path to it, and we'll see what happens next February.
Awesome, man. Well, hey, thank you for joining us. I really appreciate it. Best of luck to you. I know you're going to kill it like you always do. And is there anything you want to say to all your fans out there one last time?
Oh, Ryan, it's been great to talk to you. Thanks for taking the time to speak with me, and always love chatting with you.
Awesome, guys. Well, hey, this is Ryan Costeca with The Scoreboard. Thank you again. Stay tuned for more coverage from The Scoreboard and Park City Television. Have a good one.
If you want more web-exclusive content, make sure you check out Park City Television across social media and go to parkcity.tv. The Scoreboard airs every Tuesday and Friday at 6 p.m. and 11 p.m. with reruns every Saturday and Sunday at 7 a.m. and 12 p.m. only on Park City TV.